green.
Green, 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 but Colton was anxious to go. His teammate pulls up on the outside. Here comes Palou. Look at power on the inside. Rossi goes wheel to wheel with his teammate, but Herta will take the lead through the Andretti hairpin.
Now that I can get on with my review of the Laguna Seca IndyCar race that occurred back on September 12th, I can say it was an amazing start for the Andretti boys, Colton Herta on pole and Alexander Rossi starting second. Right from the start, they were already going wheel to wheel with each other. But by the second lap of the race, just as they were climbing the top of the hill, things kind of went bad for Alexander Rossi just as he was trying to get by Colton.
I've reached the top!
Well, contrary to Marv hitting the floor there, Rossi's car did manage to just miss hitting the barriers. It just stopped right before it, thanks to the fact it was a slow corner enough so he wouldn't hit the barrier. So, sadly enough for Alexander Rossi, his chances of winning the race were pretty much done.
Damn it!
At least he was able to continue on though, albeit a few laps down.
Thank God.
To those of you who are not familiar with Laguna Seca Raceway, there is one spot on the track that is probably by far one of the most famous in racing track history. They call the Corkscrew, where it does take a big toll on the driver's G-forces going through the corner, where the cars, they race downhill turning left and then they instantly turn right. Showing here, like some of the biggest action on the track occurs at this spot. In fact, this daredevil move by RomainGrosjean against Scott Dixon is one example. It wasn't the only action Scott Dixon would see at the Corkscrew. Later on lap 38, his championship hopes evaporated completely when Takuma Sato, two-time Indy 500 winner, lost control at the top of the hill, used the downhill motion to back up and go forward again, somehow wasn't watching in his mirrors that Scott Dixon was trying to get around him and slammed right into his side. Mathematically ruining Scott Dixon's chance of winning another championship. No doubt, Dixon was not happy at all with this. He would go on to finish 13th. Sato, too, would also finish dead last a few laps behind. It's unfortunate because of this, Sato has corkscrewed Scott out of a championship victory. The action at the Corkscrew, though, was far from over for this race. With 19 laps to go, JimmieJohnson made a daredevil move on James Hinchcliffe going into that corner, and boy, was it amazing.
That'll go on.
Not over yet. Get it in there, Jimmie.
Look out. Hinch is going to give him some room, or is he? Or is he? Or is he?
Take it.
The city cops in front. Ancelotti.
What an amazing clash of Jimmies at the Corkscrew, huh? Who would have thought? James Hinchcliffe would get away with it by finishing 20th, while JimmieJohnson, the 7-time NASCAR champion, would finish 17th. This is his best IndyCar career finish so far. Congrats, Jimmie, on your best finish as of yet. I hope you can do 60 positions better in the future.
Where's Marcus?
MarcusEricsson finished 6th in the race. Unfortunately, it wasn't close enough to keep up his hopes for the title, so mathematically, just like his teammate Scott Dixon, he's out. So, just like his sponsor Husky Chocolates, his chances of IndyCar Championship glory have melted away in the hot sun. Man, I wish I had his looks. By the way, Lelouch v. Bertani, if you're watching this, on behalf of the glory of Japan, it can be said that Honda has claimed the manufacturer's title in IndyCars over Chevrolet. However, the Drivers' Championship is still down to the wire with one race left in the season. And it comes to Joseph Newgarden of Team Penske of Nashville, Tennessee, Patricio Ward of Mexico driving for McLaren Schmidt-Peterson, and Alex Palou of Spain driving for Chip Ganassi Racing, who presently leads the championship and has 3 wins so far to his credit. Who will come out on top? Will it be the American, the Mexican, or the Spaniard? Either way, this will be an amazing race coming up at Long Beach on September 26th. Same with the Sochi Grand Prix as well that same day. But to get back to the results of the Laguna Seca race, I can say that there was a little more corkscrew action in this race between JimmieJohnson and RomainGrosjean.
Lunge from way back, Jimmie defending for a teammate on 2 wheels. That was like Fast and the Furious in the Corkscrew.
Excellent car control.
Yeah, how about that? RomainGrosjean in the purple car getting by JimmieJohnson on his way to a third-place finish. Magnifique, Monsieur Grosjean, who says he's now relocating his family and himself to the US of A because he's enjoying IndyCar more and more. I hope he will qualify for the Indy 500 next year. JimmieJohnson too. Let's see what both have to say about this. As well as, will they win one or more races in 2022? That is to be figured out. But at the same time, who finished second? Championship leader Alex Palou pulling away from Patricio Ward to solidify his points lead some more. But in the end, Colton Herta, who started on pole, dominated the majority of the race, a race that he loves driving at. Just like his father, Brian Herta, he has won back-to-back at Laguna Seca back in 2019 and this year. Would have been 3 in a row, or 2 or such, if it weren't for the fact that Laguna Seca didn't take place last year because of the COVID pandemic. So basically, 2 races in a row at Laguna Seca. Just like his father Brian, Colton has won back-to-back at Laguna Seca, which he calls the Herta House, just like his father had before. And Herta, well, Colton that is, has surpassed his father in the amount of IndyCar wins at last. So, congratulations, Colton. I knew you could do it. I'm sorry that you hurt a lot of other drivers' pride for going for your win, huh? That's it for my review on the IndyCar race at Laguna Seca. If you want some more action, tune in for the Long Beach Grand Prix, September 26th on NBC. That same day, in the hours before, get yourself some borscht or kasha or stroganoff for the Russian Grand Prix at Sochi. Which also reminds me of one other thing. That Max Verstappen, just like Charles Leclerc, also had a power unit change, so he too will be starting in the back of the field. Another starting penalty for the Dutchman and the Monegasque. Pretty unfortunate. So it is most likely that either Bottas or Hamilton will run away with this one, but anything can happen. Let's see what happens in the streets of Sochi, Russia. Oh yeah, and as for the upcoming Miami Grand Prix that is happening in 2022, the date is set for May 8th. Thanks for watching this video, everyone. If you liked, please hit the like button, subscribe, and click the notification bell to be notified of future videos, and as well as share with your friends and get them to subscribe as well. Comment. I always like reading your comments. And let's see who will win the Grand Prix in Russia, the Long Beach Grand Prix, and the IndyCar Championship on September 26th. Until next time, once again, thanks for watching my videos. I'm Aaron Cylinder, firing on all cylinders.